Alrighty guys, Isaac here bringing you another Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video. This is going to be part 2 of 2 for the standard edition. If you guys are looking for part 1, that will be linked in the description down below. If you guys are looking for the pocket edition, that will also be linked in the description down below. Alright, so before we actually start the path right here, I do want to say we were able to get our perfect cell all the way up to friendship rank 10. You can see the increase into all of his stats right here, right? Most importantly, that key restore speed, which is what we want to see. It took me about a week and a half to get this up to friendship rank 10, so definitely start working on your characters. If you have a mainstay team, mainstay units that you usually use, you want to get them up to that friendship rank 10. It does matter. We also got them all the way up to Zenkai 6, fully Zenkai paneled. So for the first fight, we're going to go directly ahead of us here, 5th stage against the girl stage. Alright, so this is the team formation we're going to use here. Bootinks will be getting the key restore speed tile, that way he can attack first with the super attack, right? We do have Yellow Cell, he's going to stay on here. I know there's 2 reds on the enemy team, but we're going to try to get rid of those reds very early on. This perfect form cell, the EX one, also has 100% to his special move gauge. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go for red 21 first, then EX Mai, green 18, 1000 Day Bulma, Chi-Chi, and then Pan at the very end. Very easy fight there. Taking out both of the reds right off rip was definitely the move for us. The yellow cell took little to no damage, 1.8 million, got the full kill. Our next is to the left of us, 5th stage. It is our 15th win streak bonus, and this is a huge fight for us. Part of me just does want to keep doing this and keep Cell on here, even though there's 2 reds. Tapion doesn't really hit hard. The EX Super Boo doesn't really hit hard. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Alright, so for this attack order, let's actually go ahead and get both of the reds first, right? And then we'll get Rildo, both of the purples, and Super Baby 2 at the very end. Again, another extremely easy fight, and we are getting that big win streak bonus, so you do see 3.4 million points right there. We got the full kill, and everyone's looking in great condition. Alright, so next is a 3-fist fight to the right of us right here. It is against the Vegeta clan stage. This one is a little bit annoying, but it's only 3 fists. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so this is the formation we're looking at here. There's multiple greens, or 2 greens at least, so we're going to put 2 of our blues on backup right here, right? And then we're going to go ahead and bring on this Cell onto the special move tile because he does have 100% to his gauge right now, so he'll get that little buff. For this fight, I actually do want to get all 3 of the yellows out of the way first, right? Obviously, starting off with Super Saiyan God Vegeta because he does have the cover change that has 0 health restrictions. And then we'll get the support Vegeta here, the GT one. And then this guy because he does have a blast-based cover change. Most of our units are blast. And then we'll work on the greens and then save the death buff Vegeta for last. Alright, so I changed my mind. So the attack order optimally would actually be, so we still got the full kill and everything, 4.3 million. Nothing necessarily went terribly off rails, but you should go for the Super Saiyan God Vegeta and then this blue evolution Vegeta, right? Because as soon as I got him out of the way and then I went to go kill the GT Vegeta, this guy ended up doing a cover change because of his, we already talked about that blast based cover change, right? Everything else can stay the same, but just go ahead and swap the number 2 and 3 unit. Alright, next is a 5th stage to the right of us right here against, I don't know what to call this, but it's a very easy fight. It's very uncoordinated. This is the team formation we're going to use here, and the main goal is we got to take out those yellow units because there's 3 of them, and we have to basically protect Cell right here. That's why Cell is going to be on this health restoration tile. Plus, next is Super Baby 2 as per usual. 2 of our blues will be go ahead and go on bench right here because of the double greens. Alright, so for attack order here, we're going to start off with Chill. That's a very easy kill to get right there, especially since he's only 2 stars here, and then we'll get the rest of the yellows, right? And then we will go for the Golden Frieza into Whis, and then the Buhan at the very end. Alright, very easy fight. The very uncoordinated team, right? 4.7 million will take that. Bootinks took a little bit of damage, but it's okay. He's such a tank. After his Zenkai, post Zenkai or whatever, he's so good here. He doesn't even really need to beat by Super Baby 2 anymore. We did get the full kill. Let's move on to the next. Our next is straight ahead of us, 4th stage. It is against Sagas from the movies. This one can be a little bit annoying. This is the team formation we're going to use here. You basically do want the full color wheel here. So we'll put 2 of our blues on the bench right here, and we'll have Bootinks on the super attack tile as per usual. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go for Gohan first, right? Because it doesn't matter. He's going to absorb all the attacks on turn 1 no matter what. So we might as well finish him off. And then we'll go for Goten there, then get the double kill onto the reds, into this Broly, and then death buff Goku at the very end. Pretty self-explanatory. You don't want him to get those death buffs. Honestly, just the only tricky part about this team is just the fact that they can be a little bit tanky. Right, Bootanks is still chilling, everyone's still chilling. We did get the full kill, didn't even have to rely on the rush. 5.9 million is really good. Alright, next is above us once again, 5-5th stage against this squad, against basically the Kaioken Frieza stage, right? Because they both can get super attacks, can be a little bit dangerous. Alright, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. The only way to really avoid Frieza's super attack is if you swap all of your characters over to strike based. I'm not going to do that because most of my units are blast based, so I'd be losing a ton of damage, right? But because we're not going to be completely avoiding it, leaving it up to RNG, we cannot bring in Cell, right? Because there's a very real chance that he gets hit by that super attack that's going to be so much damage, at least half of his HP, right? So he will be sitting on the bench, so will the Kamikolo. This is what we're going to be rocking with. Bootanks will be getting the super attack tile. Alright, so for attack order, we have to get Kaioken out of the way because he will super at the start of turn 2. And then we'll go for double greens here into double blues and then save Frieza for the end. We'll see what ends up happening. Alright, so RNG has blessed us. We did not get hit by the super attack from the Frieza at all. Everyone's in great condition right here, 6.9 million, and we did get the full kill. Alright, so next is our 20th win streak bonus right ahead of us. 4th stage against the Fusion Warriors. This is going to be our Everest right here. So this is the team formation we're going to be using right here. There's 2 yellows, a very strong yellow in the form of Ultra Vegito. So we are not going to be bringing in our purple Cell once again. I think this should be okay. Bootanks, of course, getting the super attack tile once again. Alright, so for attack order, I think we do have to go for the Ultras first. Specifically, the Ultra Gogeta, right? He does build a super gauge per dead ally. You don't want him. It's definitely a real possibility that he can get a super gauge in one fight here. And so we'll go ahead and go for him. Then the Ultra Vegito, we'll go for a red. We'll go for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta into the Majub, and then save Gotenks for last, right? Because once it gets to that final turn, he is going to de-transform back into a Super Saiyan state, as opposed to a Super Saiyan 3 state. That stage still remains to be the most difficult stage on the board, in my own opinion. Probably a lot of your guys' opinions as well. We got 8 million off of it. People are still okay. We took a lot of damage though. We did have to rely on the rush there. So that's definitely, this is the only fight that we've had to rely on a rush thus far in this season, right? We did get the full kill, 8 million. I'm still happy with that, but it's still a very difficult stage. Do not sleep on it. If you have to bring in your most tankiest characters, then do so. Alright, so next is the 5th stage to the left of us. It is against the Shadow Dragons. This is also a very tanky stage, but it doesn't have nearly as much damage as the Fusion stage does. This is the team formation we're going to use here. 2 of our perfect cells on backup for this one. Bootank's getting that super attack tile. This one should be somewhat fine. So attack order here is very straightforward. We're going to go ahead and go for the supports first, right? So that means this Yellow Sin, this EX Blue Sin, and then Sparking Omega, and then the Nova and Ice, right? So Nova, he is going to be able to counter a blast or strike, and then Ice is able to counter a strike plus stunning you. And then we'll save Ultra Omega for the very end, because once he gets below 59% HP, he does buff the entirety of GT tags. Again, another really tanky fight there. They do a decent amount of damage too, 8.5 million. We did get the full kill there. You can see some of our units have been taking a couple of hits, but it should be okay. We're towards the end of the season anyways, right? Towards the end of the board. Alright, next fight is to the right of us, another 5th stage, and it is against this oddball fight. This is kind of a breather fight. Since this is one of our breather fights, I'm going to play more so for points. That's why you do see me have the 21 on backup right here, because she is C tier. She's giving us no bonus right here. Same with the Super Baby too, but he's a mainstay no matter what, because he is the healer. And then Bootanks, he is in B tier. Right, so we have all of our A tier, S tier, and Z tier units on the board right now, so we can fight for those points. Alright, so for attack order, I kind of want to go for Sin Shenron first, right? That way we can protect our purple cell as well. Then we'll go for the purple 21. Hopefully our yellow cell lines up his super attack with her. That'd be ideal. And then we'll go for the Fat Boo, Chi-Chi, and then we'll go for the blue 21 into the EX, or into the Sparking Baby Vegeta at the very end. Honestly, that fight was a little bit sloppy, but again, fighting for those points, and those points we are going to be getting. 12 million right there, and we did get the full kill. Alright, so next fight is this 4th stage to the left of us against the Mono Red with the inclusion of the EX Gokua. We're very familiar with this fight. So this is the team formation we're going to be using here. Obviously, we cannot bring the yellow cell into a team of 5 reds, so we're going to let him sit out. So for attack order, I'm actually going to go ahead and go for Tapion first, and then Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, because they have a really high key resource speed. Then we'll go for the LF Cooler into the last 2 reds, and then Gokua at the very end. Another very easy fight right there for us. We did get the full kill, 10 million, not as much as the last fight, right? But it's still 10 million. We'll go ahead and take that. We did get the full kill there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. For the next fight, you guys are not going to be happy about this, but it is against Fusion Warriors, right? Only...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Guys, I have absolutely terrible news. So I actually fat fingered that. So I don't know. Obviously, Gogeta lived. He probably super attacked right there too. 11 million still. We were able to choose our attack order. I didn't choose the attack team, or I didn't choose the correct team or anything like that. But let's go ahead and go over what I actually would do if I didn't fat finger that and actually go into the fight blind. So this is the team formation we would have used right there, especially so Bootinks would have got the super attack tile right here in the middle. And then we would have had both of our cells on backup, both of our perfect form cells, that is. And as for attack order, I probably would have went for Gogeta first, then Ultra Vegito, then Red Kale into Majub, then Gotenks, and then saving the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for last because he is so damn tanky. Right, so even if you did have to use the rush on him, that would have been good. Alright, so now for the final battle, 5th stage to the right of us, it is against sagas from the movies, and it is going to be a very easy stage. This is the team formation we're going to be using right here. Both of our C tier characters on backup, right? This is the last fight. Doesn't matter if I heal or not. Doesn't matter if my units die or not. This is it. So we want to go ahead and fight for those points right here. The nice thing about this is that since Cell is so low, he's most likely going to die, the purple Cell. We actually might be able to get the cover change right here because his health is 30% or lower, right? Because he will go ahead and save him on a strike, blast, or special move arts attack. So this is what we're going to be going with. Bootinks will be getting that super attack tile as well. Alright, so the first unit we actually are going to go for is this Gohan. Right, we want to get him before he transforms, and Tapion. We can probably get those two in the first turn, hopefully, right? And then we'll go for some easy targets here with this Goku into the Broly, Goku, and then Gamma 2 for the very end, because he's probably going to be the most tankiest unit, if I'm being real honest with you. Alright, so thankfully we ended off strong there. None of my units actually... Cell survived. Purple Cell survived. He did get cover rescued by the Yellow Cell. 18.9 million points is huge. Basically 19 million right there, right? If we would have got a fat 20, that would have been insane. We did get the full kill right there, no rush needed or anything like that. And I'm actually very happy about this run, even if we fumbled the bag on the fusion fight. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at where we lie on the leaderboard before we close out the video. Before we take a look at our own ranking, I like to always look at the number 1 player currently. They are sitting in number 1 with this I don't even know how to really describe this team, but it's basically the oddball setup. You do have Zaha. Zaha is very popular for this game mode, but you also have Fasha. So double healers. Fasha is only going to be healing the Bardock squad members. The purple Cyberman does have debuffs and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure the Yamcha and the Raditz were both in Z tier. Pikkon on backup too. Pikkon's pretty popular as well because he does get that guaranteed super attack on turn 3. As for our own rank, we are sitting at 1,705, and I'm completely and utterly happy with that. And I'm here with my fellow regeneration mains. Look it, we got Foundation, we got Aladdin, we got this purple 21 user right here. Let's go. Let me know in the comments down below, did you guys rank higher than me? Did you guys rank lower than me? All of that stuff. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns related to TOP, drop your questions in the comments down below. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like, maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later!